Man. Is that it there?
Yo! What up? Welcome into the podcast studio. It's your host, Holden and
Noah.
I told Andrew and Hunter, I said, listen, guys, we're going to play some music. and then we're going to intro this thing. You guys just kind of hang tight. And what do we hear right off?
Give it to us again, Andrew.
Right off the reel. Andrew's like,
Man. Oh, man.
Man, we finna record a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's up, you guys? It is Growing Upstairs with your host, Holden, man.
Noah.
Man, we're glad to be here. Glad to, as you can hear right off the start, we've got a couple of fun guests that are going to join us. For you guys that are in the upstairs, you guys will know these voices. But for the people who aren't in the upstairs, let's introduce our guests for the week. We got Hunter Spence.
Howdy.
And we got Andrew Ward.
Hey, guys.
I hope it's okay that I said their last name. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh,
I don't think it really
I want
matters.
to get tracked down.
You know, I mean, I think they know who you are.
I just won't let my mom listen to it.
I think you'd
Shout
rather
out to
your
my
mom
if
listening.
you are
Shout
listening,
out,
though.
shout out, mom. Shout out to my mom too.
Please don't get mad at me.
You're good. Hey, we're glad to have you guys on the podcast. I hope you guys are excited.
Appreciate it.
We've already been cutting up and cracking up before we ever got this thing started. The guys are a little bit nervous, I think, coming into this, but there's nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah,
Just a little
absolutely.
We try to kick back and have fun and
That's
make
right.
this an enjoyable.
We try to
podcast.
be fun people.
We try to be, right? Noah, tell them, speaking of fun and something you guys will know about, where can they find this show?
They can find us on Instagram at GrowingUpstairs. This week we've done a post where you can share some more of your funny youth stories, and we had a couple people comment on that, so we'll get to share some of those later in the show. But be on the lookout for more of that and some reels so you can check out what's going on the show and just follow us and keep up with us.
Yeah, I was slacking this week. I didn't put a reel up.
Hey.
That's okay. We're going to have a good one to come up. It's going to be just the intro of this show coming up here in just a minute.
Man.
Well, guys, the purpose of this show is we're growing with God together. We talk about Jesus, life, and music, all the fun stuff. If you guys have listened, you guys know that. And if you guys haven't followed us on Instagram, like Noah said right there, follow us at Growing Upstairs. We greatly appreciate it. So we're going to start this off on this side of the room, talk about what's been going on over the last week. Noah, what's been happening with you over the last week? Hey, Braves, we clinched, right?
They clinched the playoffs and the NL East, but unfortunately we lost today, so we're not going to talk about that. But, hopefully they can keep it going and be ready for the playoffs, so that's been good. But, man, life has just been wild lately. Work and everything. Dude, I forgot to take my trash out last week to the road.
Oh, no.
So I got home like 2 days later, and I was like, oh. But this is the outside trash.
That's
so
still, though,
it's
it don't
not
matter.
inside the house, but it's just like,
If you smell it outside, it's
just like,
happening.
man, the living on your own just comes with lots of responsibilities. And got home. The trash runs on Thursday morning, so I got home from recording the podcast Wednesday night. Went in, didn't even think anything about it after a fun night in the upstairs, and man, woke up the next morning, got to work, and I was like, "Dang, gummit!"
Forgot to take the trash. Andrew, you ever forget to take the trash out?
I just kind of do it whenever my mom asks me. It's not like my responsibility.
See, that's the thing. Noah, now living by himself, his mom's not like, hey, maybe you should do that. You should be like, hey, Mom, you're going to have to text me every Wednesday night, take the trash out to have you reminded. I got so many reminders set of stuff that I have to take now because of that reason.
Dude, sometimes it's so easy to forget.
I forget even. I have reminders on my phone that go off, and I will go to sleep, wake up the next day, and go, all right, forgot to do that. Happens all the time. Right. So it's been a busy week, and I agree because we still got a busy week to go. I know you did the lesson tonight. We're going to talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. But we got fifth quarter coming up. You guys fired up about fifth quarter?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What I can do there.
Man, I'm going to have to clip that. Man. Right at the start of this thing. So y'all are signed up. I know you got a game Friday, and you're
managing it.
Thank you. I lost the words for it. So y'all going to be back a little bit later, but y'all going to come back ready to rock and roll with everybody, right?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
I told Noah, and this is a joke for you guys that are listening to this. I told Noah, I said, all right, we got to kind of keep guys entertained because when we do lock-ins, because we're going to have the lock-in after fifth quarter on this.
Yep.
One thing that we can do to keep them entertained, we finna have a live podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah,
and then I thought about it longer. I was like, hey, actually probably would not be a very good idea. We'd have guys over here go, man.
Man.
All right, so what about you guys? How's y'all's week been?
Just, the same thing over and over again. Work, school.
Yeah.
I've just lately, my dad has said, all right, you need to get some more practice in with driving. And whenever I'm driving with my mom, it's all nice and good, But with my dad, I feel like I have a gun to my head. One wrong turn, it's over.
Hey, he's protecting you. He wants to make sure that you are prepared.
That's what I had to
for
tell
this
my mom.
road.
Yep.
He's making sure you're prepared.
That's so funny because with my parents, it was the exact opposite.
Your mom was the one that
My
was
mom was the one that was worried and was. It wasn't like she was one wrong mistake and you're done, but it was more like, oh my gosh, don't run off the road.
Dude, get this. So my dad, he's like, hey man, I'll buy you a motorcycle to drive your freshman year of high school. And I was like, all right. So I drove a Yamaha Enduro, put a hole in my arm by getting stitches in it when I spilled it one time. But my mom, same thing, complete opposite. I'll be riding with her and she's going about everything. It's like, we got 110 yards before we get anything close to anything. She's the one that would freak out like that. Or this was the thing that killed me. I'm cruising along, going the speed limit, right? And she's like, no, you got to keep up with traffic. I was like, they're going 75 and a 55. What do you mean you want me to keep up with traffic? I don't know if they do it like that for you guys, but that's crazy. You guys are learning to drive. Andrew, you are driving now.
I am. Yep.
I know you got a long drive home.
Oh, yeah. So long, man. Might pick up some Dairy Queen on the way, though.
Dairy Queen, dude, we just
shorter.
ate pancakes.
I know. I just want some chicken.
He loves chicken.
I just want chicken.
love chicken.
That's right. I forgot you won the Dairy Queen gift card up here
I went
a couple
straight
weeks
to Dairy
ago.
Queen after that.
We're sitting down there eating Mexican. All of a sudden, Andrew comes in with a Dairy Queen cup in his hand. I was like, that dude went and spent that gift card immediately as soon as he won it. So what's been going on with you? I know y'all got football, like you said, so y'all are busy with football. And
A lot of football.
I would imagine that's it. It's wake up, go to school, football, come home, go to sleep.
Yep.
A lot of that. Homework, everything, grades looking good. Everybody doing good?
Algebra and
Maybe don't answer that,
English, not
especially
too
if your mom's listening.
Oh.
She
My
wouldn't
mom
care.
she's already mad at me for my grades, even though I have a 92. It got brought up to a 93 today.
Hey, we can keep going. There's room to improve, right?
Oh, yeah.
Until you're sitting at 100. Well, for me, it's been the same thing. We had football last week, and we've got some NFL. The only reason I'm paying any attention to NFL right now is because the NFL draft, or not the draft, the fantasy team. And a friend of mine, I don't know if you guys play it. Years ago in high school, I had a bunch of buddies that would want to play fantasy, and I was like, I'm not really into it. But I would do it, and then I was winning. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Well, I hadn't played it since I was in high school. That wasn't that long ago. You don't have to look at me like that. It's not that long ago. But anyways, so I got invited this year to get back on a league. The only reason I care about it. I'm like, oh, what's Cam Akers doing? And I'm like, I don't even know who Cam Akers is. You know what I mean?
Cam Akers, it's crazy you say that. Cam Akers just got traded to the Vikings tonight.
Okay, I was wondering, dude, because
I got him on my team.
I dropped him from my fantasy because he was at 0 with the Rams, and I was like, is he about to get traded or not? So you telling me I need to go pick him back up?
Pretty much.
You think he's going to start over, who was it, Madison or Addison there?
He'll get more time.
Yeah, he
Interesting.
will.
Interesting. Dang, I might have to. Let's pause this podcast for 5 seconds. First station identification. When you listen on. Anyways, all right, let's get into the show a little bit. I got some fun questions for you guys, some fun starting topic questions that we're just going to spin around real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything. So, what is your favorite things to do on Saturdays? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to start with Noah, then me, then Hunter, then Andrew. So, you guys, it'll give you some time to think about your answer. What's your favorite thing to do on Saturdays?
Well, man, as of right now, I would have to say it's to watch football. College football's back, so I'm enjoying that. But I would say if it's not football season, it'll probably just be enjoying time with Lori or, my girlfriend, and also spending time with family and just doing things like going to dinner and enjoying life, man. Just having that day to rest a little bit.
So for me, same thing, especially right now, it's football season. So, we're full-fledged. What time does your TV turn on for football on Saturdays?
Probably about 8.
Yeah, first thing. It's
I
like
catch
college
that hour
game
before game day starts, and then once game day starts,
I've really gotten into where I'm watching the SEC instead of game day. What's the SEC one? I don't even remember what it's called. Doesn't matter. I like Marty and McGee. They're pretty good too. But anyways, I'm the same way right now. It's just watching some college football because that's all that's really going on right now. So what about you guys?
Same thing, college football. Apart from that, I'll just run outside. I might hit some golf balls.
Yeah.
I just love golf, so practice whenever I can. I got this big old backyard that I can do it in,
Come
so
on.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I had to use one of those nets that you hit the ball into.
Yeah.
So I had like a big golf net
Yeah.
in the backyard that I would have to put up if I wanted to go outside and hit golf balls. So I didn't have that room. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I drove over to the school to hit, and we have a whole 9-hole course out
Dude,
there.
that's
I want
also.
to try that out.
But
Yeah,
you-
it's pretty fun. You should
Wait,
go.
wait. The school has 9
Westwood.
holes.
I made it up. I made it
Oh,
up.
okay. I was like,
longest
I ain't
one-
never in my life seen a golf course out
Longest
there.
one was
Putt-putt?
maybe like 150 yards. So.
Yeah, we had an old brick, like it wasn't a dumpster, but it was where a dumpster used to be. Like when I grew up, but there was never a dumpster in it. It was just an old brick wall that was still there, and I took duct tape and made a square, like the perfect square for pitching in high school and everything. And every day, it'd be raining, didn't matter. I'd go out there and throw, and I credit that as part of the reason that I turned out to be a pretty decent pitcher.
There you go.
But yeah.
But anyways, what about you? Same thing, just college football?
Yeah. I wake up and I'm probably pretty sore from football,
Yeah.
and I just kind of do whatever. Just kind of walk around, lay down for most of the day. I'm dead from the game the other day.
Same thing for me. I mean, I know that I'm a manager, but it's still
Don't matter.
pretty-
You're still tired.
Yeah.
Especially because y'all, the past couple of weeks, too, y'all are traveling, and you're not getting home
we
till
are-
really
We're
late.
getting
Yeah.
home late.
like 2:00 in the morning late.
Yeah.
My dad is not like that at all.
Yeah. I mean, I could get that. You know, you're chilling. Like, I'm chilling at the house, not doing anything. Then I got to go get my kid, you know?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
So I get that. All right, on to the next question here. I'm going to try to plow through these. What is your favorite game to play right now? This can be whether it's on a system, your phone, or up in the youth. What's your favorite game to play? Noah, let's start with you. You might not have one. You might be like, I'm not playing anything right now.
Dude, I really don't play that many games, like video games. I really don't even play games on my phone. I did go through a phase a little while back, though, where I played Jetpack Joyride all the time. So,
Oh yeah, that game's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
That was childhood.
yeah. But it was like a phase where I re-downloaded it, and I was like,
Dude, I ain't got a clue what it is. Straight up honest with you, don't have a clue. Is it something like,
it's like a phone
See, for
game
me-
on your phone.
for me, well, yeah, I mean, I get that. I know. For me, it was Temple Run.
Temple Run
I'm
was
finna,
good.
I'm finna really date myself with this. Temple Run, Fun Run. What are some of the other ones?
You ever
that I
played
used to-
Brick Breaker on the BlackBerry?
I don't know that one.
Oh yes, I have. Yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
It's been going for long. That was the dude having that full keyboard down there.
Yeah.
I felt like I was a CEO, and I'm sitting there in like 11th grade going, "Yeah, I run no businesses, but I have one of these." So
I'm failing economics.
that's right. For me, it's I really don't play much either. But if I do, it's me and my son will play some farm sim. He really likes that. What about you, Hunter?
Nothing really right now. Just a bunch of different games on my phone right now that just keep me occupied. I find whatever I can.
Oh, okay, just
keeps
something
me
to entertain you.
Yep.
What about you?
I play some Retro Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's a
I'm
good
getting
one.
back into that. I play that a lot.
Retro Bowl.
No, I've never heard of that one.
What is it on?
It's on my phone.
On your
Okay.
phone?
It's just called Retro Bowl.
Is
They-
it like
they just came out with a new college version?
You just bowling?
No, it's football. It's football.
I was thinking the
I
same
was like,
thing.
I was like retro bowl. That's why I'm so lost.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
oh,
not
okay,
bowling. It's
he's
not
retro
bowling.
bowling. This is throwing it back, and I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, everybody's back into it now. They used to
Oh,
have
yeah.
like a
All right,
first version was
No, I'm gonna need you to start taking notes over there. Retro bowl. What's the other stuff he's been talking about? We're gonna keep a list of things that you guys say so we can try to keep up.
yeah. But first version was NFL, and then everybody was kind of hyped for college because everybody agrees that you might as well want to watch college.
Yeah, I don't play nothing on my Xbox. Only on my phone.
That's because we're all waiting next year for the college football game to come out.
Sir.
Oh yeah, I've been
Dude,
waiting for that for too long.
I was literally this past Christmas, I was like, I'm finna just get a PS5 because that game's coming out and I got to have it. I'm
Yeah.
finna just I'm just finna do it. And at Christmas, I did. And then summertime comes and they're like, oh, it's not coming out till next year. I was like, you kidding me?
I know.
Because I mean, I think everybody likes college more than,
yeah, big
Yeah,
letdown.
everybody.
yeah. But anyway. All right, on to the next question. If you could be an animal, what would you be and why?
Man, that's an interesting question.
I got a easy answer.
I think,
I got a good one.
honestly, if I was an animal, I would want to be my dog Riley for the day
Spoiled.
because sometimes I just want to understand
What
his
are you
brain.
thinking? Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking, man? Yeah. So I don't know, either that or like a lion or something.
Just because it's like I'm majestic, I rule the country or I rule the jungle.
Yeah.
Like that. I get that. The dog thing, I do not want to be because I've got some dogs that do some things that I wish they wouldn't, and I want to beat it into them sometimes where I'm like, what? How do you not understand what I'm telling you? Don't eat the cat's food. It's gonna make you sick, dog. Eats the cat food, gets sick. Can never learn it. But anyways, so for me, I want to be an eagle. 2 reasons, 3 reasons, possibly 5. Let's see. First reason, you can fly. Okay, how awesome is that? Second, America, right? Number 3, you can fly. Okay, and D, you're an eagle. Everybody looks at you and they're like, check this guy out. And 5, you can fly. I'm an eagle, baby. All right, what about you?
I'm just going to have to go with cat. Just because of my organization, they're kind of like nice and tidy to their own self, so that's just kind of me already.
Look at meow for us.
I'm allergic to cats.
Yeah, me too.
Did you hear what Andrew had to say?
Do a meow. Show us your little meow. Oh, that's pretty good.
That was like the most legit one of all of us.
Are you sure you're not already a cat?
I don't know.
Got a little bit of. All right, Andrew, let's hear it. You said you got a good one over there.
I would like to be a squirrel. They just kind of run around the trees all day, maybe bury a little bit of nuts, and then
living the life.
They just kind of like
we started story time early.
They just gotta run around trees all day.
Man,
and it looks really fun. Only bad thing is my neighbor Jackson likes to shoot them and eat them. So I just gotta stay clear of his house.
It just got real. It just got real.
If you're listening to this podcast and you're from the north or the west coast area, yes, we are from the south.
Oh, that was good.
Don't report them. I don't know if that's like legal or not.
Yeah.
Don't report them.
I will definitely not clip this out. All right, on to the next question. On to the next question here. This one's a big one now, but we're about to get into some other stuff. If you had $1 million, this is probably the hardest one to answer. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
Dude, honestly,
I'm going last on this one.
If I had $1 million, the first thing I would do would be to pay off everything that I owed, right? And then I would probably open up first I would hire someone to be like a financial manager, and then go AWOL, like just stay out of public.
He's like, I'm moving to Hawaii to become a squirrel.
Yeah, that's right. And then I would probably try to, save some, give some to charity, help people around me, that type of thing.
I like it. What about you, Hunter?
I'm going to have to go with putting it towards just one hole of golf. I've talked to my dad about this all the time. I just want a par 5 for myself.
In your backyard?
In my backyard.
There you go.
Just to myself so that I can practice. I'll be out there all day. And my dad has been beating it into my head. He's like, you got to go outside. You can't be inside all this time. I'm like, get me a golf course.
Hey, dude. You do know that Andrew has 9 imaginary holes in his head over there right now.
I'm going to have to pull up.
For free?
Pull up.
All right, Andrew, what about you?
10 one time. I mean, 10 under par, not -10. But if I had $1 million, I mean, the reasonable answer would be to just like save it and then use it like buy some stuff in the future that like you need. Then you don't have to worry about it. Like pay off like debt or something. But I mean, I don't really feel like doing that.
As Jack said, who was it?
I've had to just spend it all.
Were you there for Extreme? Whoever it was being financially responsible.
That was me. You got to be financially responsible.
Because I think it was Jack who was buying unnecessary stuff, and I think it was you who said
a $25 poncho.
I remember that, and you said, Jack, that's not very financially responsible of you.
And he was like, let's eat at Five Guys. Like, come on, Jack.
The most expensive burger joint there is, but one of the best burger joints at the same time.
Absolutely.
Five Guys is so good.
Lori hates Five Guys.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I hate Five Guys.
It's like, apparently.
You hate it too?
I mean,
is it just because it's expensive?
Good, but it's also like
so
crazy expensive.
Yes, okay. You have $1 million. Take the expense off. Five Guys or McDonald's?
Dairy Queen.
This dude would give a completely different answer.
I tell my mom and dad all the time about Five Guys with how expensive they are. You might as well want to be having like raising your own cattle behind it with how fresh they say it is and how expensive it is. You might as well want to say that.
Or maybe even Raising Cane's. That place is
Raising
so
Cane's is good.
I haven't had it yet.
I love Raising Cane's. You need to try it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll give you guys the right answer. I'm donating it. I'm just donating all the $1 million, and that's it. And on to the next question. No, seriously, I'm the same way. I'd pay stuff off. I would go ahead and set my kid up for college, make sure all of that's paid for, Same thing, savings, maybe buying a house, something like that.
That's
I don't know.
right.
Find something to invest in that you don't lose.
Do the Dave Ramsey special.
That's right. So, all right, a couple more questions and we'll get into it. And after this question is a very important one. Okay, so you guys be ready and let's tune in. Next question here. Favorite ice cream?
Probably mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip?
Yeah.
Wasn't the old man ice cream? Mint chocolate. I can't do it, dude.
I'm that
the
guy.
mint
Yeah,
and the
like
chocolate, I can't do it. Like those York peppermint patties, not for me.
No.
And Noah's like, sign me up, give me a couple of them.
The Andes mints that they give you at Olive Garden.
I can't do it. I don't like Olive Garden, to be
they're so
honest
good.
with you.
Little tour of Italy.
Yeah. All right. Kind of ice cream. Favorite ice cream, Andrew?
Skipping to me. All right.
Jumping to you.
Let's see.
Did you need a minute? All right, come back to me. Come back to me. It's all right.
All right. We'll go Hunter.
So plain. I'm pretty plain. We talk about vanilla. I like vanilla because you can put anything in it, make it whatever you want. But here is my true answer. I want to take vanilla and strawberry, and I want to mix it together because it is a difference. I don't know if you guys believe it. If you put strawberry and vanilla in the same bowl and mix it, it is a lighter version of strawberry that is delicious. It's not the same thing as just straight strawberry. That's mine.
I can't do strawberry. But
Okay, well, what's yours?
for me, it's coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Ew,
That's a good
that's
one.
nasty, Hunter.
Coffee ice cream?
Hunter.
Yes,
That's
dude.
good.
That is good.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yes, it is.
No way.
Y'all,
Really, really
y'all,
good.
Noah loves coffee. Normally, like when I go home and I mix this and I put it up for everybody to listen to, even your mom, Andrew, everybody's going to listen to this. Everybody's listening. Everybody's talking about it too.
Everybody
Did you
in
know
Westwood.
Everybody on
yeah.
Instagram. It's crazy. But anyways, I'll go home and drink a cup of coffee tonight just to do this. If there was a Keurig up here, we could have a cup right now.
We might as well want to bring one.
We might have to bring a
That's not
Keurig
a bad
to the
idea.
podcast
I'm
studio.
not gonna sleep tonight.
I don't, dude. I can drink coffee, go get in the bed immediately. Done.
I can't do that.
Finished.
I drink a
So-
Dr Pepper at 5
so
p.m. I'm up
coffee.
all night.
What? Are you for real?
Yeah.
A Dr. Pepper at 5 p.m. and you ain't going to sleep tonight.
Till about maybe like 12.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad I don't have that problem. All right, so now we've given you 48 minutes
All right.
to decide what ice cream you want.
I think I'm gonna go with a safe chocolate here.
Say
Chocolate.
It's a safe.
Chocolate's way better than vanilla. Vanilla is so boring to me.
Yeah.
Chocolate,
Vanilla is vanilla. That's why
chocolate
it's
just
called
has that-
vanilla.
It has that flavor.
See, but here's my argument to that. I wish I had like some courtroom music. You can't put much on strawberry. You can't, or excuse me, on
Well,
chocolate.
Are we talking the ice cream here or the topping?
I'm just talking about ice cream. Because then let's talk about adding toppings. And we're not going to stay on this long because we can be here all night. What are you going to put on top of chocolate? Chocolate? Some more chocolate?
Some
Sprinkles.
caramel, some chocolate.
See, but
Maybe a
that's too
cherry?
much chocolate.
Oh man, it could be. You want to mix it up? You
See,
maybe
that's why I'm like
slice up
vanilla,
some
dude. You can put
strawberries.
anything on it. I can put
Y'all-
bananas in it. It's still good. I can put strawberries in it. It's still good. I can put caramel on it. It's delicious. You know what I'm saying?
Have y'all tried those Little Debbie ice creams that they're making now?
Yes.
The oatmeal cream pie one's really good.
Have you had did you have the Christmas tree cake one from
Oh,
Christmas?
yeah. Yeah.
Some people were like, dude, it's not good. It was amazing.
It was good.
But you got to find it when it's there. Christmas tree cakes. Y'all like the Christmas tree cakes?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad-
I was about to say, please tell me y'all don't like,
Oh,
not like them.
I like those. I like those.
No, my dad has like 15 boxes probably stashed in his closet right now.
they're
He
so
gets the
good.
most like extraordinary snacks off of Amazon, and
Your dad does have good snacks.
he does.
Like
yeah.
he ordered this like these random little lemon. They're not drops, but they're like lemon candies.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
got them up in his office. And occasionally he's like, "Man, you want one of these?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're delicious."
Give me two.
Like I take a bite and I'm expecting it to be real tart and sour, and it's like, no, it is the. I'm gonna ask him, see if I can bring some and let him have one because they're so good. I know you've had them.
Yeah, he's got this big old closet, and like one side is dedicated to his clothes, and then the other side is dedicated to candy and snacks.
Oh, man, do not let me get in that closet.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta hold myself
We're all
back.
going to Hunters after this to raid the closet.
He's gonna wonder.
Noah,
back
bring
in
the
the morning.
Keurig. We're bringing coffee with us. You're gonna have to be real quiet like a squirrel when you go in, though, Andrew.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can hear. He
sneak
can
sneak
hear.
attack, and then the cat can sneak in too.
Oh yeah, climb on the walls.
No, that's Spider-Man.
Somehow they. Can
We
do
are
it.
off the chain.
My
All right,
cat does not climb
last
on
question. Last question before we get to the funny stuff, okay? And this is about to get serious. Y'all ready?
All right.
Okay.
I can.
If you could have any type of pizza, what would it be? Starting with you, Noah.
Probably have to go with pepperoni mushroom.
Interesting combo. I'm
Mushroom.
going Supreme.
Mushroom.
Just Supreme. I've gotten to where I like
Wait.
Supreme. Thin or thick crust?
Thin.
Yeah, I like thin. Thin crust Supreme for me.
Pizza Hut, thin crust cheese. I will down about 15 whole pizzas.
Okay. What about you?
Just some Hawaiian.
Ew.
Excuse me?
Boo.
Somewhat.
Hawaiian. Huh?
We
Hawaiian.
talked about this last
And-
week, didn't we?
We've had this discussion.
Mm.
This is crazy.
Pizza.
All right. Listen.
Pizza.
We've got to talk about it. We got to talk about the pizza store. Did y'all both go to camp?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there.
Okay.
I know
All right.
some information. Y'all
So
don't.
we have had two sides of the story for you guys listening.
Okay.
It's about to get real. We talking about the pizza story
Oh man.
for a third time.
Huge one.
We have Gramps
Huge one, right?
and we have Noah's story.
And
we have
Lori's.
Lori's
Hey,
story.
We have the insider story. We were
Now
there.
we get the guys who ate the pizza,
were
including
ordering the
Noah.
pizza.
We get some guys who ordered the pizza.
Oh yeah.
This is nuts, dude.
The pizza
I'm
scandal.
talking about we have gone full circle. We've got the story from the guys who are supposed to be leading the group and eating the pizza too. Now we got the story from the girls who didn't get the pizza, gave you guys a coupon, the ability to use a coupon.
No, they did
No, we're finna get to it.
Uh-uh.
Now we get to talk to you guys about it. All right, so let me defend Lori for a second. She said she has the app that you can get discount or coupon or whatever it is on. You guys didn't use it. Let's hear it. What do you think, Noah? Let's hear it from the guys.
I think we should.
Let's talk about the pizza store. Tell us how this came about.
Andrew, you want to?
Yeah, I will.
All right, who
So-
made the phone call? Did
Ken,
one of y'all do
Ken.
it?
It was Ken Williams.
Look at this. Look at this. He's
It was
just throwing
Ken
names.
Williams.
We were all
Listen,
sitting on one
We're
couch.
not outing people.
All right, I was going to say, be careful who you out
Oh,
in the stuff that you call in about.
Oh well, he won't get mad. I'm gonna put him in a good light.
Ken. Okay.
just
So
let me
Ken
finish
made
my
the
story.
phone call.
He made the phone call, and we were all like, "Yeah, Ken, go get the pizza. Let's go." And then,
Yes, let's go
And then-
break the curfew rules.
and
It's
then,
huge.
so
Hey, guys,
we're
before you get to it, what time was curfew?
I don't even know.
No, 11,
It
I
was-
think.
I don't know.
What time did you call in that pizza?
Oh, I have no idea.
Definitely past 11, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
It was probably after midnight.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go.
Ken
Back
orders
to
the
it.
pizza, and then we're all peeking out the window, see the Domino's car pull up. Ken goes out there.
Pizza.
Ken goes out there. We can't see him from where he's at. We just saw the car pull up and go park in somewhere we can't see. Then he comes back with the pizza, and then he's like, "Guys, I just paid this guy $100 and told him
Hundo.
to keep the change for this pizza."
Told you,
So
man.
Ken's a good Samaritan over here. I'm not putting him in a bad light.
Remember when they, what was it? Was it Ken and Reed who went out there?
Yeah, I think it was Ken and Reed.
Okay, Ken and Reed, they were freaking out because they said that they saw Gramps peeking through the window, and they were like, "Guys, I think Gramps saw us when we were trying to come back up here with the pizzas."
Yeah.
All right, so the first side of this story was theirs, which is as leaders, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to order stuff after curfew when you ain't supposed to leave your room.
And my
Okay.
side is.
And then
that
there's
we were hungry.
Lori's side
Oh my
that she
gosh.
tells us about the coupon situation, okay?
We
And y'all
use
didn't
it.
get the girls. Here's the problem that I have figured out. Y'all paid the man $100 and you could have bought a whole nother pizza for the girls to have too.
We realized that like 30 minutes after we even ordered this pizza.
We were hungry. We were in starvation mode. We wanted.
I
good food.
couldn't trust a brownie anymore.
Yeah, we just wanted some food, man.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. When he said I couldn't trust a brownie, I was like, "What do you mean? No? What do you mean, Hunter?"
You pretty much mean a brownie in the microwave.
Yeah,
Artificial brownie from Walmart in the microwave
for 5 minutes.
with smoke coming out of every single pore.
You can't
Oh,
tell
my
we had the troublemakers on the podcast tonight.
Oh yeah.
This is it's funny though. You know. All right, we've got all three sides of the story. We've got one guy whose name is now out there.
Uh-oh.
We've got these guys
Oh,
who are now as witnesses.
and Reed's name got put out there too.
That's right. All right, let's bring in the.
You might
No, I'm
want
just
to shout
kidding.
out.
The judge.
Y'all want to finalize it there with the pizza story?
Yeah, we
Do you have all right?
just wanted food. We were
closing
hungry.
closing arguments.
Closing remarks right here on the
Okay.
pizza story. Is
Okay.
there anything? Speak now. Forever hold your peace on the pizza
yeah,
story.
Forever hold your pizza.
I mean,
Forever hold your.
Pizza.
I don't know why that had such a gap in it.
I just want to say that Noah, not not Noah here, not
But
Noah
you
Sherman.
Noah.
Noah Sherman. He was the one who called the girls saying, "Yo,
Oh, let's hear
Does
this.
Noah talk like that?
we just got some pizza. You guys should, get some yourselves." And they were kind of all freaking out. I was like,
Noah called the girls.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think he called his sister, and he told them, "You guys should go get some pizza too." And they were all freaking out. And then I think he was telling Noah,
Yeah.
he was going, "Noah, do you think we should tell Gramps about this?" I mean, I think he'd be, like to
Well,
have
I
a
think he'd
slice.
be
down to
Get-
eat some.
get-
We
get-
call
let's
Noah
get
up here.
Gramps up
Yeah.
here.
We might as well want to have the whole Fuge group come in.
Yeah, we're like, Noah's like, Gramps, we need to do something. We need to do something for Gramps. Let's get him up here so he can enjoy this pizza with us. And then Gramps get up here and he starts chewing us out for ordering pizza. And we're just like, man.
He starts doing what the youth leader should do.
Watching
Get on to you for breaking curfew.
you guys can't see it, but in the meantime, Noah's going with his slice of pizza over here,
Yeah, I saw that.
halfway scarf down. That's it. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at it now, it's a hilarious story. But I feel for the girls. I can't believe y'all didn't think to get the girls any, but y'all were so hungry you didn't think about it. But then Noah's like, "Hey, y'all should get your own pizza."
Yeah. Noah's literally.
By the way, I spent enough money that we could all have pizza, but
Noah was holding his phone in front of his face on FaceTime, going and holding the pizza like this, going, "Look what we have."
Oh, Noah.
I love how Gramps comes in and he's like, "Guys, you can't do this," and Noah's like, "No, yeah, you guys, don't do that." Don't do that. Anyways, I thought it was a pretty funny story, so I wanted to bring it up with you guys that on here because you were witnesses to it as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
all right, we have spent a ton of time already just talking about fun stories like this. We got some more funny ones to get to. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So, like I said, we normally send out a question poll on Instagram for everybody to send us in some funny youth stories, and we had one that we really want to talk about tonight. One really good one. It just so happens to have been sent in by our guest tonight, Mr. Andrew. And Andrew says that one of his favorite youth memories, funny memories, is when he played his hide and seek experience.
It's
So-
not my favorite. It's just one that people like to bring up the most. And Lori is obsessed with it.
Okay.
And she brings
This
it up
isn't the one the
all
wall
time.
fell through the ceiling, though, right?
No.
Okay.
When did that happen?
This was before your time, I guess. This was BA
Yeah, I don't know about that.
before Andrew.
So, Andrew, tell us a little bit about your hide and seek experience.
All right, so we're playing hide and seek, and Kalia was counting in the middle of the room. I was gonna go hide behind a couch on the side of the room because it had been pulled out a little bit from the wall. I was being so quiet,
Dude, he was.
like a little squirrel in there.
He was
I
being
was
so
so
quiet.
and then she gets done counting, and she walks over to me, texts me like, "I heard you." And I'm so mad because I just gotten the spot ready, and then even after all that, about 2 rounds later, I actually had the best spot this time, and Chad was seeking. He couldn't find me. He just stopped looking, and I was under there for about 45 minutes, waiting on somebody to come try and find me.
The exact kind of thing happened with me. I was hiding behind the piano, like I scooted it back and wedged myself between the wall and the piano. And it was hard to breathe, but I was like, this is the spot. He's not going to find me. Plus, he loves to play the piano. So if anything, he's going to get distracted by the piano before he checks behind it. So I was like, this is prime spot. And like Andrew was just saying, he just gave up.
My favorite part about that is Hunter's like, I couldn't really breathe. But anyways, I hid there. Anyway, I got a feeling we're going to have our hands full come Friday.
Yeah. Andrew, you're leaving out one part of the story that I think makes it really, really funny.
But
And this is what I remember because I was sitting in the room whenever all this happened. And she went over, she tapped Andrew, she said, "I saw you." And Andrew pops up, and like Andrew was saying, you could tell he was aggravated. He's very competitive.
He's getting aggravated.
That's why he plays football. He's a very competitive person.
so worked up.
And he's like, no lie, he pops up, he's like, "No, how did you hear me? How did you? There's no way you could have heard me. How?"
Andrew's fired up about it. That is not the way a squirrel acts.
I was acting like, that's why I wish I could be a squirrel. If I was a squirrel, she
They
would
would've
not
ne-
have found me.
They
down
would have
there.
never heard you.
She
Can
would
we?
not have heard
Yes,
me.
they would have. They'd have heard. Can we nickname Andrew Squirrel from now on?
Squirrel.
Are you cool with
squirrel?
that?
Squirrel?
Man.
What's
Like
the,
when I see you, I'm be like, "What up, Squirrel?"
what about the Sid the squirrel from Ice Age? Just call him Sid.
Oh, no, that's Scrat.
Scrat.
Yeah,
Oh.
'Cause I had
you're
the
thinking
nut.
like Sid the Sloth.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is that from?
Ice Age.
Ice Age.
Oh, okay. It's same
Okay,
from-
so I was close
Is it
enough.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So Scrat.
Scrat. Yeah,
Scrat.
that's the squirrel.
Scrat.
So we call him.
Scrat's fire.
So what are we doing? Scrat.
Scrat.
I like Scrat.
Scrat's funny too.
Rat.
He can never get. He can never.
You don't want to be Andrew.
What is this from?
Huge. Ben was getting all worked up, and his voice was so raspy.
You talking about your brother?
Yeah, my
Okay.
brother.
Or every time we see you, everybody could
Andrew.
say, dude.
Dude.
Like after, this was after the dodgeball tournament, and Andrew, didn't you get the last person out?
Yes, I got. Oh my goodness.
But you like half
Don't
of
even get me started. about the
they said
dodgeball.
like half of your foot was over the line.
Yeah, my toe
and
was
everybody
barely over
like
it.
we even got a video of it. We ran it back. We were like rewind,
My toe was
and
Oh, they
on it.
actually have video footage.
Yeah, we have video.
We're going to the replay
and my
booth,
toe
ladies
was
and gentlemen.
barely on it, and I got that kid out. I called another kid's ball, and then I threw it at the other kid and got him out to win the game for us.
and here comes the counselor, and he's like, no, we'll switch it around. Half of his foot was over the line. That's not going to work. They won. You're out. It was just like we were so disappointed, and we were walking out of the gym, about to walk back to whatever activity we're going back to next, and we left Andrew behind because we were already disappointed in him, and we could hear him down the hallway, dude.
Man, I was so mad.
DOOD, dude.
I love how he had to spell it too. Dude.
Yeah,
All right. So from now on, though, we're going with Scrat.
Scrat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Scrat.
Squad.
Scrat. That's pretty funny. All right. Is that all we got for story time
That's
tonight?
it, man.
That's a pretty good story. All right. Let's get into the fun stuff here, guys. Hang tight.
We fixin' to raise the meter, the meter, the meter, the meter, the meter, the meter, the meter to Aquafina. I need her, 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 I need her. Yeah, we fixin' to raise the meter, the meter.
All right, guys. We're getting into the deep stuff. We'll try not to take too much of y'all's time. I know we've been recording for a good while tonight, but this is where we get into raising the meter, where we talk about growing upstairs, what we truly do this show for. We have fun and we do all that good stuff, but we also dive into some deeper stuff too. This week in our puzzled series,
That's right.
I finally got it right.
Hey.
Shout out Lori for getting me straight last week on it because I couldn't remember what in the world it was called. Last week we talked about speech with Lori. This week it's going to be conduct, is what Noah was teaching us about in the upstairs. So we're going to kind of talk about that with Noah tonight.
That's right.
Take it away, Noah.
Well, it's always a good opportunity when we, have a lesson, and, we do lesson every Wednesday, but always a good opportunity just anytime we get to open the Word and talk about the Lord and just how we're called to be examples in our lives and in our walks with Him. And so really one of the main things I kind of wanted to do tonight with having Andrew and Hunter on as our guest was just, this is a question that I normally ask our guys, whether it's at dinner when we're hanging out after the lesson or whenever, but just kind of open up the floor for you guys. But what did you learn tonight?
I'll go ahead and start off. Of course, today we talked about conduct, and what really kind of stood out to me is people are watching you all the time. You won't even know it. And what people tend to do is they judge you. So who is this person? How do they act? What do they do on a daily basis? Stuff like that. And I've been trying to work on that, on how people see me. Am I living a Christian-like life?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Because I know that they're watching, and I know that I can be an influence, whether if it's people who are my age, younger, or older, no matter what. And I've done pretty good, but it comes to when I'm around people that I know, like friends and stuff like that, where I start to slip up.
Yeah.
I really have to watch who I'm associating myself with, because sometimes they can bring the worst out of me, and that's when my conduct isn't like it's supposed to be. So kind of doesn't put a very good outlook for me. And my dad talks about, he's raised me to always have really good manners because that's how people are going to look at you for a long time. Like, hey, that kid really knows his stuff, really knows how to greet people, treat them respectfully. And that's what I've applied.
How to conduct yourself.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be responsible in a Christian-like way. And that's become hard when I'm associating myself with friends that sometimes bring out the worst in me. So
there's a great song around that. I think you actually sang a couple of years ago. When they see me, let them see you. I can't remember the name of the song.
I want to say that's different.
Yes, I want to be different.
Micah
That's
Tyler.
exactly it.
I want to be different. I want to be changed.
That's it. I'm gonna look it up.
I think that's the song you're talking about. But no, Hunter, that's good, man. I mean, so true. Kind of like what we talked about tonight with being guilty by association, and that's kind of why that title for that lesson tonight kind of popped in my head. It's like you said, when you associate yourselves with when you associate yourself with people that are not living in a walk with the Lord, or they're not, they're struggling with different things, it's very easy for you to kind of fall into that. But when we are walking with the Lord, we're growing in our time with Him, and we're growing in Christian community, and we're constantly spurring one another on for the gospel. It's our conduct within that. It might be a little bit better, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I liked when we were talking about what was it? The Gatorade commercial, "Be Like Mike."
Yeah.
Like that. It was just kind of ironic because I've always tried to be like, other people in my school who I thought were cool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, once I started to know God, and when I realized what they're doing is not right, well, then now I got to get out of what I'm doing right now and get back with God.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing right now is not a good example. And if I claim to be a Christian and I'm doing all this stuff, they're going to go, well, he claims to be a Christian. That doesn't seem to be what a Christian does. So,
Right. That's good.
I finally found it. It took me just a second to get to it. This is the part right here.
Dude, I haven't heard that song in forever.
It's so good, though.
Yeah.
It's so good, and sometimes it takes that. It takes being different. Far too often we try to let the world kind of mold us into what the world wants us to be, as opposed to, like, when we come to church, that's a lot of what conduct that we were learning about tonight, is you can't let the world shape you. Let God shape you and see what happens in your life moving forward, and conducting yourself in that way where when they see me, let them see you. I don't care if they see me. I want them to see you. And so all glory be to Him.
Absolutely.
In that same way.
Andrew, I want to give you a second too to kind of say what you got tonight.
Yeah. Hunter's answer is definitely gonna be way better than anything that I can come up with. He's insane. But
Hunter takes really good notes.
He does. I'm terrible at taking like key points and stuff.
Got that squirrel attention span.
I just started.
I
doing
really
Fuge.
do. I'm terrible at it. I always forget to bring my notes because I'm coming straight back from football and stuff. But
Yeah,
really just being a good role model, having a good image of yourself that people can look at.
Well, and one thing too, this kind of popped in my head too with you guys. Both of you guys have multiple brothers too, and you're also the oldest of those brothers.
Yeah.
And so, what an example that you can set for your brothers, and not only your brothers who are actually relatives that you like your actual brothers physically, but also you want them to be your brothers in Christ as well, and lead them and like I said, spur them on towards the Christ and be that example for them so that they can recognize, the importance of being in a relationship with the Lord too.
One other thing that I thought about, especially being like a manager on a team and then also being quarterback on a football team, sometimes you get put in positions where you are at times the center of attention, and a lot of people are looking at you and the way that you conduct yourself. And it doesn't necessarily have to be football. It can be on a basketball court. There's only 5 guys per team that are standing on a court. I don't know I don't know if football's 11. What other sports? We got tennis. If you're the only one, you're the only one. You know, you have to conduct yourself well in those things that you're doing. And when you have that kind of attention, you know, everybody's paying attention to every little thing that you're doing. And if you're putting God first in all of those things, that's going to come out. And what was the first thing that you were talking about when we started talking about conduct tonight? Mine just completely went blank, which is not terribly surprising. But
Like my first point,
yeah, what was the first point on
just that your conduct shows others what you believe.
Yes, that's it. So if you're conducting yourself in a way that, hey, I am a Christian and these are my beliefs, that should shine from you. You know, sometimes, I mean, Tim Tebow did it, you know, John 3:16 on the eye black. Not that you have to do that, but in the way that you carry and conduct yourself, that's it. Sorry, we're saying goodbye to some people that are in the podcast studio. Are we giving Knuckles too? Is that what it was?
It's Knuckles, man.
Okay. We got a crowd in here tonight, guys.
Yeah.
There's like 5 or
Sir.
6 of us.
Just talking about brothers. Here they are.
That's right.
Yep.
Hunter, look behind you.
You got anything else on here?
No, I mean, I just really kind of wanted to give the guys an opportunity to kind of talk about what was on their heart with the lesson tonight.
And it's good. It's good too because we want the feedback to know that you guys are hearing and understanding. You know what's kind of what we're going through. So
Yeah.
And kind of the main thing, and kind of in closing as we finish up this part of the podcast, you know. I'll give my 4 points just so that whoever might be listening can hear those and just, you know, that might be what they need to hear. But number one tonight, you know, your conduct shows others what you believe, like we already talked about.
Yep.
Also, your conduct, it can be public or it can be hidden in private.
It's a hard one.
You know, whether it be the good conduct or the bad conduct.
Yep.
Then also your conduct comes from who you're watching. In our world today, in the digital spectrum, you know, social media, everything, you're constantly being told to watch something, whether it be a TikTok, an Instagram, you know, this, that, or the other, Snapchat. We're constantly have our eyes on others, and it's so easy to get caught up in trying to mimic others. Like you were saying, Hunter, you know, you've got those friends that you look up to because you think they're cool or whatnot. That same thing's happening all across the board with social media, whether it be professionals, Hollywood, like actors and actresses and stuff. We're constantly being told who to watch, what to do, and who to look like. And so our conduct sometimes can become like who we're watching. And so the challenge with that is, are we watching? Are we abiding in Christ? Are we following him?
On that's such a good topic too, because not only like being careful of what you follow on social media and everything, and I'm guilty of this one as well, is what you watch, like TV shows, movies, stuff like that, because you will be surprised how much what you're watching like that starts to affect, just like you said in the lesson, how much it will affect your life. Because, and Gramps, I think, made this point maybe a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember exactly when it was. He was like, you know, I'd been listening to something or somebody talking maybe, and, you know, every other word was a cuss word. And it wasn't that he wanted to say it, but that was something that came to his mind. All of a sudden when he's talking to somebody, it's like that was what has been in his head or what has been in his ear, wherever it was that he was working or dealing with. So all of a sudden it surfaced in his mind, and he was like, I don't use those words, so I don't know where it came from. And it's by your surrounding, you know, and sometimes it doesn't just have to be social media.
And Gramps was also talking about how sometimes with his little room, kind of like an add-on to the attic or whatever, that he'd fall asleep with the TV on, and he was talking about how the TV shows that come on late at night are the ones that are pretty bad, that they don't want to show during the day, especially when kids are watching and stuff like that. And when he'd fall asleep, you know, even though he's asleep, he's still hearing those words. And then when he'd come out in public, he, like you said, those things, those words start to surface up.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you were also talking about social media influencers, music artists, actresses, whatever, stuff like that. A girl today yelled out Doja Cat, you know, with how she tends to not make very Christian-like music, of course, you know, dressing up like a demon and stuff like that. And what's really bad about that is when you see all these stats of, you know, how many people are listening to this artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so many people listening to the influence of this one person who's doing something that isn't really abiding by the word of God. So,
And so many people don't even realize it.
Right.
So many people are just walking. They don't have a clue that they're doing anything wrong. They don't have a clue that what they're listening to, they shouldn't be.
Me and Andrew were talking about how one of the hardest things for us to give up right now is music.
Yeah, music's
Right now,
tough.
it's just like,
Especially being on a sports team, because a lot of what you hear is upbeat and thumping. But I think we do a pretty good job upstairs.
Yeah.
Where we'll play some pretty upbeat stuff, but it's everything that you're going to hear up here is going to be faith based to where you're not you don't have to worry when you come up here.
Little Lecrae.
About what you're going to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. But then that fourth point is just kind of the closing point. Your conduct should lead others to Christ. And that kind of goes back to that our conduct will show others what we believe. But if we believe in Christ and we claim to be Christians, the challenge for us now is that we should be leading others to Christ through our conduct. So,
just the last thing I want to say on that is, I think a really important thing is that if you're living out this Christian-like life and people are watching, like I said, people are watching and they go, I want to be like them.
mm-hmm.
So it's important for how people see you, because if they want to be like you because they see you as a Christian individual, they want to act just like you. And if they act just like you, then they can finally see the light of how to start doing it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they start to get that muscle memory of doing it every single day. And that sort of leads them towards their faith and to Christ.
Absolutely. I think exactly what you just described, Hunter, is kind of like discipleship. Like when you have that person in your life that and me and Holden, we kind of text throughout the day, different days, what we're going through in the Word and stuff, and kind of what we're learning. But just when you have that person that you can communicate with, and they keep you accountable and you keep them accountable in a way, it definitely helps as far as community goes and keeping with that conduct. Because if not, it's so easy to fall off course.
Yeah,
the Christian life is not meant to be walked alone, and so that's I think that's kind of pretty much exactly what you were just explaining.
Yeah.
So true.
Having that friend to hold you accountable.
It helps. That helps a ton. And I like what you said there, like muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you go work out every single day, the same exact time every day. You get up every single day the same exact time, I would imagine, for school, right? It becomes that muscle memory where when you add getting into the Word, or same thing where like Noah and I generally really early in the morning, I get up earlier than he does. Usually I'm going to shoot him a message and be like, all right, this is what we're in right now. Sometimes this week I've been slacking a little bit, but when you make that muscle have that memory, you start to follow it more and more.
And that's kind of exactly what I was kind of getting at tonight with the Be Like Mike, the Michael Jordan deal. Like Michael Jordan practiced all the time, and he was a great basketball player, and he definitely had that muscle memory, of his shot, of playing defense, that type of thing. Like he practiced enough to where he had that muscle memory of what to do when he was on the basketball court. And so us as Christians, like you said, that muscle memory is important, that spiritual discipline of being in the Word, because if we're not in the Word and then temptation comes, it's going to be so easy for us to just fall into that temptation.
Yeah. Last thing I want to say about this is I saw something on Instagram, and this really hit hard. It said, you don't practice every single Sunday and get better. And when I realized, like, this isn't talking about practicing or working out or whatever it is, it's talking about how people can live a worldly life for every day except for Sunday. They can come to church, and then Sunday it's
Sunday morning
holy
faith.
day.
Yeah.
And then right after Sunday, it's back to living that worldly life, and they get no better. So that's what I'm just saying. Having that, being able to practice that, the reward is having that muscle memory to be able to, it just comes naturally. You don't have to put too much effort in it.
I would encourage you guys to go back and look at the very first episode of this podcast named More Than a Sunday Morning Faith.
That's right.
To dive a little bit deeper into
I
what
listened
Hunter
to
was
that
just talking about. because that's
Sir.
exactly what we talked about in
Yes,
that
sir.
one, which is such a big one. Well, Noah,
I think that's all I got on that, man.
you guys good on it, on conduct? So this is the way I like to wrap this show up. I got a Christian dad joke for you guys.
All right.
Y'all ready for it?
I'm ready.
Matter of fact, I'm finna hit you with 2 because the first one might be complicated. You guys may be young. I don't know. So I'll ask you. Do you have any idea what it's like being terrified of Mercy Me?
I can only imagine.
I can only imagine. You guys, yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it, no.
I
They don't get it.
I don't get it.
But it's okay because I got another one that you guys can at least try to get.
Like
What kind of boat did Jesus ride on?
All I can think of
A bass
is
tracker.
Worship.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
there we go.
Fisher,
Okay.
The fishers of men, but
That's correct. All right, guys. Hey, we enjoyed having you guys on the podcast. Noah, where can they reach us if they want to reach out to us or just check out where the show
that's
is?
right. Reach out to us in the on Instagram at GrowingUpstairs and be on the lookout for those polls and questions for you to participate in. And this has been fun.
Yeah. You guys had a good time?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
I'm just waiting for my church nickname.
We're going to have to come up with one.
Oh,
Stay
yeah.
tuned for that.
We have time. We got Scrat right now.
Man.
Hey, well, you guys, I appreciate you guys listening. We'll check in with you guys next week. Make sure you guys keep growing upstairs.